As you people are already aware, your interview is full 150 marks. Percentage wise, you can see 200, sorry, 25%. Okay, 25% weightage is in interview. But see your marks percentage in terms of 450 marks, that is of written, and the marks of this 150%. Here, for example, if you take two-third, then two-third marks is 300. Okay. Here two-third marks is 300. And here two-third marks is 100. How many candidates are getting 300? Exception? Sometime one or even not, in fact, maximum time, no. Sometime one, two. But here, more than 100, many people are getting. That's mean in interview, relatively you are getting higher marks, but chances is also you are getting very less marks also. Here, for example, if you get one third marks, you are already out. Okay, one third means 150 marks. You are already nowhere. If you get 200 or 50% marks here, if you get 50% marks, 225, then still you are having very less chance. Here maybe you get even 75 marks, you get final selection. So, but here a lot of chance of improvement. Here, this is only component at this time is in your hand if you are appearing in 2023 interview. So don't take it lightly. Many candidates, when their interview schedule is published, they think now I should take it seriously. No, take it as full 150 marks. And it is not about just 150 marks. It can make you or break you. Many times, if you are having last attempt or you are having written marks in such a way that if you are perform little better in your interview, you can get through. You can get a final selection. So take seriously and join early. Join early doesn't mean I'm not saying ki join to me. This interview guidance, any candidate, for example, can get from anywhere. If you are having a close group, for example, 3 to 4 of your friends are appearing in interview, you can make group and you can take it seriously. You can start seriously. You can discuss seriously with this topic. Sometime once a week or twice a week, you should chat. You should communicate. Yes. What shortcomings I'm having, what shortcomings you people are having. So discuss that thing. If, for example, you want interview guidance, you should join early. If you are joining early, you are getting more time. You are getting more sessions. You are getting more opportunity to discuss different aspects. Interview is not all about, yes, you go directly interview board, ask some questions and they just award your marks. No, it is a process. A lot of things matter. And the more confident you are, the more practice you did, better it will be. Practice in terms of mock interview and also in terms of discussion. Comfort level. Your comfort level matters a lot. Once you go to interview, it looks like, yes, you are here to grab this prestigious job. You are there to communicate your thoughts. You are there to say something in interesting way. So more comfortable you are, in better way you will say. At this time, for example, in our country, our Honorable Prime Minister is the most visible orator. It is true. There are so many because India is a vast country, and at this time we are world's largest. We are having world's largest population. So hundreds of so much great orator. But I'm saying about visibility. Prime Minister is having most visibility at this time, and he is one of the finest orator or one of the finest oratorial skills he is having. And among prime minister, in fact, before him, Honorable Manmohan Singh was prime minister. He was well qualified. He was a professor. He was having so much knowledge of economics. In fact, he was instrumental in reviving Indian economy at a time when we were facing great difficulty, balance of payment crisis, and crisis on so many aspects. But he was not able to communicate properly to the people, to the masses. I was, for example, when he was prime minister. In 2011, on 15th of August, I was on Red Fort when Prime Minister Manmohan Singh was delivering a speech. Obviously, to be present and that situation, for example, two times I was on Rajpath also on 26th of January. So it gives great sense of pleasure and pride. So Manmohan Singh, when he is speaking, it looks like he is not from Hindi medium background, so he was not able to communicate properly. And you all know, and you can see so many speeches, but when Prime Minister Modi, when he speaks, he is having so much clarity of thought, and he is giving all the things in such a way that it attracts. So take it seriously. Take it seriously and join early so that you should have enough discussion. You should have enough time to organize your idea, your thought, and whenever you are lacking, you should work on that. I said about ki it is not cramming the things. It is not memorizing some of the facts. They are not asking much more about facts. They want to know your personality, how you are responding the things. You are a person who has already proven your factual information, your analytical ability, and all you are already proven in your written part. Physically you are fit, medically you are fit, they are knowing. After passing so many criteria, even before entering to board, you have proven them. Yes, you are capable, you are ready to grab the opportunity. But now whosoever are coming to board, all are equally capable in eye of board members are, or chairperson are not knowing who the person is in terms of marks. The person who got what marks, they are not knowing. And that is the beauty. If, for example, before appearing in interview, if you are knowing my marks is just on the corner of cutoff, then your motivation will be not that much higher. And those candidates who are getting uh, much more marks than you, and they are knowing, yes, my marks is so that even if I perform not so good in interview, still I will get selected, then things will be easy. But things are not so. Though you are knowing what approx marks I am getting, but you are not exactly knowing. So that is the beauty. And in every examination, that is a good practice ki you are not knowing where I am. And that compels you, that motivates you to work harder ki even in that 150 marks, I can do better. And when, for example, highest marks is 130 out of 150, then you can also aspire to get that marks. But as low as 45, so why focus on that marks? Don't go on negative side, go on positive side. But for that, getting 110 plus, 115, 120, it requires so much practice. It requires patience. It requires so much learning. It requires to have clarity of thought in your mind. You have to present yourself that I'm having capability to become an officer. I am better than other aspirants. Same board is taking multiple interviews. So if you are also mediocre, you are also on average front, then what is the difference? You have to say, even for example, my past have been something bad. For example, some candidates are having very not so very good a score in terms of academics. Still, they perform very well. It is not about your past all that matters. No, even if, for example, your academic is not good, you are having gap in your academics. After, for example, graduation, you are having gap of 3 or 4 years. Don't worry about that. You should prove the board that I was learning regularly. Your learning is important. It is not about perfection. No one is perfect. Everyone is learning every time. So give time to yourself. Don't take it as formality, ki whether I'm sure or not. Some candidates are saying, sir, my marks is at this time. I'm personally saying to every candidate, don't bother about marks. Whatever marks you got, forget that. That is not in your hand to change. Whatsoever you do, whatsoever thought you give to that marks of 450 marks, that was written part, you cannot change, but this 150 marks component you can change. So give time. I know so many candidates are preparing for civil services pre-examination at this time. So give time to that. I'm personally saying give more time to that, because so many candidates, for example, already written mains. So they are knowing the importance and their target is obviously civil services. But here, for example, also you are getting opportunity to be a gasted officer, Group A gasted officer directly appointed. So give time. Here you are just close to your goal. Just one more step and you will be clear. So if you are giving your time to pre, give that time. But here also, every week, I'm saying 2 to 4 hours, 5 hours every week, you should give that. So if you want to join any place, any interview guidance program, whether it is paid, non-paid, that doesn't matter. Join early so that you should have time to improve yourself. For every mock, after, for example, in 22 batch, many candidates got very less time to improve. Still, obviously, every time that will happen, whether someone is guiding or not, the required number of candidates will be selected, but it is cutthroat competition. Your selection matters. Everyone is trying. It is a fair game. It is not unfair. So you got fair chance to compete with your peers. You got fair chance to compete with those top 1%. So in that 1%, now take 1% as 100%. So you should be in 33%, 35% in your respective group. Then you will make it to final. Okay, so it is a continuous improvement process that gives you result. So if you are having any questions, query, doubt, you can ask me either on this WhatsApp number 8527146498 or Telegram number 7404909669. Always remember, for any question, query, doubts, you are always welcome. I'm not saying you to join the paid program. If you are having any general doubts, questions, query, you can ask. You can ask without joining program. But if you want dedicated guidance, you have to pay certain amount so that you can get my dedicated time. Okay, thank you.